Hello, Rebels. To the friend who wants so much to see me in the olive groves. Well, you're not. You're not. And not this year, anyway. However much it hurts me, I have to accept defeat. No, I have to accept it's not defeat. It's accepting that is something I have to let go of, and something I just let go of for the moment. Though half of that land belongs to me, I'm letting it go for my husband's, my family's, and my psychological health, let's say. Because she is playing a big game with us about the olives. Those who don't know the story about the olives, I have some. I have because my mother, of course, she gave us that. So it half belongs to a piece of land that half belongs to my sister and I've been picking the olives there for the past, I don't know how many years. For sure, I've been on and off, of course. Been picking them for at least 10 years. More of my life. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. You're in nature, and I have become to feel these trees, to love them. Seen them grow since I'm a child, and I've seen them produce more than anyone else's olive trees. Meaning they produce every year. Usually olive trees produce 1 year they do, 1 year they don't. Or they do, but very little. Well, these olive trees produce every year. So I'm very proud of that. And it's a lot of work. It's about 1 month's work for my husband and I doing it alone. Because we pick them, and we also prune the trees at the same time, so it takes us a little less than a month. Anyway, it's really nice to consume your olive oil after that, and you know that there's no pesticide, it's totally fully organic. We don't put anything in the earth, nothing. So, but my narcissistic mother knows I'm enjoying this, so of course it's not her goal to let me enjoy it, even though I'm doing it for free, let's say. She prefers to pay somebody to do it, and complain after that she's paying somebody to do it, but she won't let me enjoy that. That's not something that she's gonna let me enjoy. My mistake for letting her know that I'm enjoying it. That is my mistake. And my mistake for letting her save money for at least for the last 2 years. She completely saved money on it. She didn't have to pay, not even a help. So she has made her a point many times just to hurt me, that she found somebody, and being very happy about it, that she found somebody that's going to do it for her, and is going to do everything we do, but they're going to get 50% of the oil. And I'm not talking about peanuts. I mean, if she gave me 50% of the oil, my family would be able to live on that for 2 months. It's 700 euro. Okay? So the last time she played that, she spat that venom to me, because I call it venom because she did it on purpose to hurt me. The same way that she sold all the olive oil without telling me on the price. So the last time she said that to me very proudly, I found this guy, who's going to do all that and give me 40%. Actually, he was going to take 60% and give her 40%. I said to her, well, I'll give you 50 next year. I never took 50. I only take what my consumption of the year is. And still I have to pass by very strict inspection, every time I go out with a bottle of olive oil out of the garage. It's like, you're consuming a lot. Didn't you take 2 the other day? And the other month or whatever, the other time. Okay, we're a family of 5. But anyway, that's all bullshit. That's obviously on purpose to bring me down. So she's been playing that game. My husband was in doubt if he was going to do it this year, and it's something in between, knowing that it's very important for me and that I really enjoy that, and not having to put up with the old bag any longer, and let her do her thing, whatever she wants to do. It's her purse, it's her. At the end, she will be the one paying the consequences of that, whether it is by paying somebody, whether it's by him not doing it correctly, whether it's by not getting enough oil or being cheated, whatever. So, and she brought up the conversation again, even though I haven't insisted that I'm going to do it anymore. So it's just, bringing it up to just hurt me again. And she kind of brought it in a nice way. Like, how is a nice way in a narcissistic nice way? It's pretending they care about you. Sorry. Oh. Pretending they care about you. So the conversation starts with like, yeah, and this year you don't have to worry. I want to talk to this guy again, and he's going to do the olives, so you can go back to your children, my 2 older children that live somewhere else in another island. You can go back to your children earlier. Okay, it was very tempting, but we were in the in the waiting room to go to the psychiatrist for her, so I didn't want to aggravate her. I wanted her to go in there. That was my goal, was to get her into the office of the psychiatrist and not aggravate her and give her an excuse to leave. Because I was always also thinking that probably she's doing that on purpose here, to get angry with me, to find an excuse that I talk back to her or whatever, and go and miss the appointment. But it didn't. I was very in control, and I just said to her, sure. But you know that if you really did care about my children, I say, instead of giving somebody else half of it, you would tell me, do it and take half of it, so at least you haven't done it for nothing, and you haven't been away from your children for nothing, and let me have half of it, which you're about to give to a stranger, actually, to sell on my own and make some money. It was obvious that she was trying to bait me in getting a reaction from me. That's why she started that conversation in the waiting room. Because that didn't work, then she went to something else. But that's irrelevant now. But it still didn't work. We got into the psychiatrist. That evening I thought, okay, she seemed like, the psychiatrist kind of convinced her that she has to stop drinking, and then she will replace that with half a pill. She has to lower her drinking consumption, and so that he could give her some pills, which he did prescribe, and she would start with half one, and then she could go up to 3, which will help her to sleep, to not stress, to not, he tried and, present all that, and the appointment went very, very well. We left the room and took her home, everything normal, and that evening I thought, let's go and pick some pomegranates. We have also pomegranates there. I said to my husband, let's go. And I took my son, my 9-year-old son, he doesn't want to go there. He doesn't want to go anywhere near his grandmother, and I don't pressure him on that. But this time I said to him, come on, let's go and walk the dog and go and pick pomegranates so you see grandma, say hello, she's missed you and all that. And meanwhile, about a week ago, when I went there, my father was here and we went there, she did complain that, oh, that's nice of you, you never bring me my grandson. And I said, Mom, I can't pressure him into coming. He doesn't feel comfortable here, and you cannot deny that it's not a very positive environment for a child. So this time, as soon as we came there, the first thing she did was try and guilt-trip my son by telling him, oh, I see, you did remember that you have a grandmother at last, how come you never come and see me? And so I said in French, my children, they don't speak French, I said in French to my mother, look, Mom, please, he's here now, don't guilt-trip, don't put him in a difficult position to explain to you why he's not coming here. I'm not doing that. Okay. Anyway, we continue. I go pick my grenades. I come back. My pomegranates. And I come back in the kitchen, and she was like, is it funny how when they're nice, when they use, sympathetic words like, honey, darling, and all that. My hair just goes up. I said, oh God, what's coming next, And she was like, it's a French word, but anyway, it's like, my little darling or something. Let's talk seriously, She said, darling, let's talk seriously. Do you really, really love to do the olives? Is it really something that you care about? And I'm like, yeah, well, you know it. I've always told you, I haven't hidden it, and I've never complained about doing it, even though it's hard work. And she was like, because I was thinking, this guy is gonna plow when you turn the earth, it's gonna plow the earth as well. But I don't want to be paying anybody to do that anymore. All these years she was paying somebody to do it because we don't even have a machine that does that. But this guy who was going to come and pick them this year, he was going to do it in the deal, okay? So she's kind of moving the deal around, kind of. And I was like, meanwhile, I have been hoovered in, and I'm like, oh, my mother's being nice, silly me. She will let us do the olive trees this year. So when she says that, yeah, do you like doing that and all that? I said I do, but look, Mum, I do it because I love it. I don't want you to spoil that for me, by coming every 2 hours while we're doing that job and bombarding us with criticism, with breaking our balls in a few words, So I want to do this with my husband in a relaxed way, in our rhythm. I don't want you to be telling me what time I have to come, what time I have to go, or anything like that. We're not bothering you. We're doing our thing. We want to do it and enjoy it. And she was like, yes, I understand. I was like, ooh, she understands. And then she says the best. So this guy, he was going to plow it and all that. But me, I don't want to pay anyone to plow it. So you take charge of that. You pick the olives and you take care of all that. Meaning that I take care of paying somebody else to come and do the plowing, since we're not going to do it. Since we cannot do it. Okay? And wait. And then you can take some olive oil for you. Okay, take some for your daughter too, And I'm like, the other fucking guy is getting 50%, And I can take like a little oil for me. And oh yeah, and my daughter, she's doing me a favor and giving me to my daughter. I'm like, and I have to pay for the plowing on top of that, It's like really? Anyway, I did say cool. I must say it was very cool. And I said, well, that's not a fair deal, is it? The other guy's, the guy, the stranger, the stranger. Oh, he's not a stranger. The stranger would have gotten 50%, I said. And I can go away with a little oil? And she said, he's not a stranger. We know who he is. I said, Mom, you know what I mean when I said, he's a stranger. He's not a son of yours. He's not a family member. I'm your daughter. But again, somebody else is, again, worth more than your daughter, isn't it? All that in a calm conversation-like thing. She was like, no, that's not right what you're saying and all that. But you could tell that she was not happy that I didn't react in a worst way, in an aggressive way and all that. And we even sat down, had a coffee outside and all that. And she went in no time, must have been no more than 15 minutes. And suddenly she started, and why would you guys get more anyway? You're taking I'm paying you so much. This is something in her mind. Mom, you're not paying us anything, we are paying ourselves because we're working the business. You are not the one paying us. We are giving you money. This is the way it goes, You have to understand that. There's a big difference. And she started bringing all the venom inside of her, all the venom she could, trying to bring me down in one way. It was like a 10-minute, it didn't last longer, 10-minute intense grabbing anything that was around her, anything, to bring me down, to criticize me, at least 2 or 3 of these things were just completely bullshit, just completely lies, I was like, what? Oh, I never said that, I'd like, are you kidding me? You are the one who said that, And I got into her game, sucked into her game and again. And so my husband just went like, okay, let's go now. So this is when they are so mad with a scapegoat. I think mostly they're mad with a scapegoat because even her meanness and her madness doesn't hit that point with my sister, the point that it hits me. It's like she really gets out of her way to find just anything to hurt me. And she pretends to care when she sees that I don't engage and I don't react. She manages to play me by pretending she cares, if you know what I mean. So yeah, leaving there, we were very quiet. My husband and I was just like, okay. And before I left, I said, Mom, I tried once more. I came here in peace. I brought you your grandson, and we were ready to do anything you asked us to do. Any little job you needed us to do. Drink a coffee, have a conversation with you, and all that. And in a in 10 minutes, you know, you just start attacking me again for no reason. So, yeah. When narcissism reaches a level of madness, like out of it completely, I mean, and now I've decided that this is it, this we can't, the whole family cannot suffer from this woman anymore. I will do what I have to do to get her into a psychiatric clinic, because she's having no more she doesn't have any resource anymore to feed her narcissism, to do her triangulation with, people to do all her smear campaigns and all that. She doesn't have any more. The family is against her. The family knows her, understood the problem. We're all sticking together. So now she's completely lost. Now she's gone mad, like we say. Her anger and this venom that she would have let out in a normal way, in a secretive way, in a covert way, in the past, okay, because of us not knowing anything, this is not working now. So now she's gone full mode aggressive and narcissistic, which is, to an extent, it reaches the level of madness. It reaches madness. But you cannot describe it otherwise, you know, I mean, what is madness, after all? What is madness? If this is not madness, what is madness? What else is madness? Somebody who's talking to the birds in the sky, to the imaginative people they see? Is this only madness? No, this also is madness. This is dangerous madness also. The other guy who's talking to the birds and the angels and to whoever, it's not really dangerous. He's a smiling, happy person doing his own thing. But these kind of people are dangerous. They destroy people around them. So we got to a point where my sister is out of it completely. She said, I cannot deal with it anymore. This is like toxic. I feel like it's all our lives. I am nearly 50 years old. She's 48. And I cannot deal with it anymore. She's poisoning my personal life. She's poisoning my relationship. She's poisoning me so much herself. So my sister is saying she's poisoning me so much that poison comes out in my family, with my husband, with my children, you know. And we all suffer. It's not just her children who suffer. It's the grandchildren. It's the son-in-laws. It's everybody around them. Because it's like a virus, a poison, you know, that keeps on spreading. It doesn't stop to one certain person. And she said, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm out of it. I don't want to hear about this woman. I don't want her to call me. I don't want you talking to me about it. I don't want my father talking to me about it. I mean, I want to know my sister. Who is my sister? I want to know about her children. I want to know about what you do in your daily life. I don't want to know about your problems with mom. And might sound selfish, but it's not selfish. It's like, you know, give us us people a chance to share something else but this woman. So I'm gonna have to go through this alone, apparently, even though my sister said, I don't want to hear about it, but you want one signature, you need my signature for anything, you know, I'll give you 5. So, okay, maybe I'm not alone in that part. But enough is enough. Enough is enough. Cruelty in all its glory. And I haven't told you the story. It's the end of the family drama when they were here. That went well. Anyway, so no olives this year. No olives this year. But next year in the olive groves, maybe, hopefully, once the nutcase is locked up and safe somewhere. Well, no, we're not counting on locking up forever. She's just gonna go and do her rehab and get her pills regulated and all that, and then we'll have her there. But at least we'll be dealing with a problematic person, but not an evil, aggressive person, if you know what I mean. Well, I do hope the bills do that anyway. We'll see. That for now.